There are many dynamic and complex problems, difficulties with all the mass tribe herd in the world. And it's not just the herd conditional, conditioning, enslaving mentality, of which not only are they victims to in their actions, behaviors, habits, ambitions, pleasures, distractions, addictions, alcoholism, etc., and many other evils, but they also try to impose all that evil upon particularly the men and women of clarity, distinction, truthfulness, transparency, those who are not victims and prisoners to anything at all, not even to their own thinking, talent, but they're independent, sovereign, free, and that is something that the mass just absolutely cannot and will not tolerate under any circumstances, situations, conditions they struggle with or suffer from. And particularly also the government knows that there are men and women of individuality, critical thinking, independent reason, sovereign behavior, truthfulness, defiance, dedication, distinction, alongside many other qualities and merits in the societies that they can change anything, who have the power and literally the capability to basically enlighten the other people, to make them aware, knowledgeable, and ultimately bring about a tsunami of rebellion, revolt of the people, of the liberals or the democracy into the society, and overthrow, crush all resistance or governments, tyrannies, dictates in the world that there is currently now in the power. Because democracy is also tyranny, dictate, control, dictatorship anyways, obviously in indirect, subtle, unrecognizable ways, but it's all controlled through social media, pleasure, comfort, lust, alcoholism, feeding upon our unacknowledged, unembraced, unrecognized insecurities, shortcomings, weaknesses, deficiencies, disadvantages, because we're not that aware, because we lack or we just don't have much or any self-knowledge, self-respect, self-sufficiency, self-discipline and control, and upon which we are being exploited, manipulated, conditioned to be slaves and prisoners to the private enterprises, outside companies and the government's institutions. And that is something that the government is feeding on in one or another. But then again, the mass is also always satisfied. The mass believes that just because it has got shiny cars and expensive phones and sumptuous food and access to many other pleasures, comforts, distractions into their lives, that they are in the possession of all the finest and powerful and strong freedom, independence, justice, equality, success in the world, when in reality they are enslaved, subjugated, dominated by their own indisciplined, immoderate, indisciplined desires, temptations, lust, because they have no temperance, control, discipline in place. And the government knows that. So the mass is victim, prisoner,